Actually, I was interested in the relationship between technology and students learning at the school, and we found that technology and the internet are so naturalized in the students' learning context, like at school or at home for their homework. For example, George stated that he reads almost everything on laptop, and the same kind of comments were obtained from other students that we interviewed. The biggest benefit for using laptop or smartphone for their reading or study is that it's mostly about their vocabulary issue. One student said they can search vocabulary word that he doesn't know online very easily whenever he encounters new vocabulary or the unknown vocabulary for him. This finding is actually something I already expected before the interview, because I, as one of the multilingual students in the United States, do the same thing. Whenever I read something, I just go to online and try to search the meaning of the vocabulary word. And especially when I'm reading something on my laptop, this searching process is very easy. So this finding is not very surprising, but something really interesting to me. As for technology and learning, Elena also mentioned about the research project that she was assigned by her teacher, and she said she can work on the project or homework using the computer. And she also mentioned that using computer is very beneficial both for students and teachers. And this is very interesting actually, because students are well prepared to work on the research project using computer or internet, and students can also be well prepared for using computer for their work or homework. Through this project, we could find the positive relationship between students' learning and the use of technology and the internet. This issue is very interesting, so we can keep looking for more positive influence of the technology and the internet to students' learning, especially the students from international spaces.
Now that I watched the videos from the first Chinese student here in Indiana, I recall that one of the comments from the Postman's article, which is called "A Broken Fancy." He said that now in this technology age, even more than technological age, now we are living in so-called technopoly, right? So we tend to see the world in the view that technology is now a very integral part of our life. So based on this perspective, I saw that students repeatedly made their comment or opinion about technology in assumption that something like efficiency and convenience is kind of the thing, very basis they started with their arguments and opinion. For example, so almost everyone mentioned that computers and internet are beneficiary for their learning, and they increase their efficiency of the learning. And sometimes same computers and technology are not good for their learning, because sometimes the use of the internet and computer hinders their learning. So what I'm saying is that I could see that all those students' mind. So something like efficiency and convenience are already agreed term for them. So they already have a very strong value judgment about convenience, and efficiency is something they should have. So for me, it was interesting to see it, because I have seen other people who were kind of reluctant, even against the use of the internet or technology, even if they still saw some benefit. So what I'm saying is that all this efficiency and convenience are not totally agreed by everyone, but in this younger generation, so efficiency and convenience always almost equal to something very good. So that was one of my observations I made in seeing this video.
The first thing I want to say about the video we created with these teenagers was the idea of independence. So as I was looking at their reflection on how they use technology, the first thing came up to my mind was the idea of independence and how important is this idea. when we go back and look at countries where they celebrate their independence, and that tell us that independence in itself is a very expensive thing to have. So, when you look at education today and how technology revolutionized the way people learn and the way people have a quick access to literacy is just amazing. As we were interviewing these kids, I thought that they are very independent now. When I look back at the way I was learning without technology, I was very dependent on the teachers and sometimes on my tutors. But these kids now and this generation, they have technology, and that made them very independent. Independent in the sense that they really do not have to rely on a teacher or on a tutor to help them with their assignments or to even help them to explore new things. One of the participants actually told me that in her free time she just goes on YouTube, watch the videos about China. Even though she is here in America, she is pretty much updated with what is happening in China and things from that nature. And it's amazing how she knows a lot about China despite the fact that technology made her very independent in even collecting data about different places and what have you, and she does not have to look for a teacher or rely for a teacher or even a book. I mean, it's amazing how technology now made us rely so much on electronic books, blogs, and things from that nature that we start putting books and notes, notebook aside and really use technology for a combination of reading and learning and even writing. So that's to me is very amazing. How life now is just moving so fast and in an independent way.
想知道有没有传说中的城堡？海有多深？